Hi. I'm going to tell you about these tracing wheels, how to use them. So we have three kinds of tracing wheels. One is a straight edge, like perfectly round. One is blunt, like little flower petals, and the other is serrated, like a little spur on a old Western heel. So, and right here we have this big sheet of white tracing paper that we can use with these wheels, or we can just use these wheels like just to make pricks in our fabric. Just depends on our paper, and note it that way. We also have this dark blue color. Some people have like yellow and red papers. We don't find those colors very useful, so we just have what we like to use, which are these two. We use white paper for almost everything, but occasionally we'll get something where blue will be useful. I wouldn't use this blue paper on white fabric because white fabric is often a little bit sheer and these blue marks will show through to the other side. So if you have light colored fabric, I would still recommend white. The blue might be good if you have something that's like a plaid fabric that's very thick, and your white, it has white lines perhaps, and the white it won't show, or the blue won't show up through to the other side, but the white doesn't show up because the fabric is a similar color. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so let me show you what marks they make. I'm going to open this one up because I have these two with me right here, but I don't have this one. So now they're all here. Archer, do you want to get a close-up of this? So here's the straight edge, the serrated, and the little blunt one here. Some people say that this straight edge one is good for very delicate fabrics. I would agree. And this one, I find myself going to this one the most. But this one is also very useful. They're all useful for different things. What I like to do when I'm tracing things is just take the one I think will be best, test it out, see if I like the mark that I'm getting. And what that means is if the mark shows up, but not so much that it's going to go through to the other side or be hard to get out if I want to. So let me show you these. As you can see, they don't show up on the right side of the fabric because I have my tracing paper underneath here with the waxy side up. So they show up on the opposite side of the fabric and they make these nice clean lines. This one tends to be my favorite because it's just a nice delicate line. But these can also have important uses. I'll show you on the blue as well. I'm gonna make it. And you don't need to push like crazy. I'm just using light pressure. If I push like crazy, let me show you what it looks like if I push like crazy. So let's see here. So this is pushing like crazy. That's more than I need. So these are just fine, and that's just, say in the white, I'll show you too if I push like crazy with this one perhaps. It's a lot of unnecessary pressure. So you can see that this line is darker, but why expend my energy when I don't need to? I want to enjoy my work. So just light pressure, you got it. Wait, one more thing I want to tell you. And that is that if you want to mark on both sides of your fabric, for example, if you have the wrong sides pinned together, so let's say that this is something that I want to mark two sides at once. I can fold this paper. Oftentimes I'll cut it into smaller pieces because this large piece can be a little overwhelming depending on what I'm needing to mark. Or over time it'll just cut itself into large pieces over a long time. It lasts a while. So let's say if I want to mark on both sides at the same time, I just need to fold it like this and then sandwich my fabric in there, and then now it's marked on both sides. You can see that. Fun. So I said one more thing, and this is one more thing. So, in the beginning I mentioned that you can use these as puncture tools without the tracing paper. That might be something you want to do if you are using a commercial pattern and you want to transfer just one size to another piece of paper, or if you want to transfer a mark from fabric to paper, because paper, it works well to puncture these without even using the waxy tracing paper. So, for example, I'll show you how that works. I have just a patch pocket pattern traced out on this piece of paper, which might be a whole front jacket pattern. And maybe I want to make just a patch pocket pattern here. So I'm going to put my weight down. For this one, I like the serrated blade the best. So then you can see here, if you zoom in close, that now I've got little marks there, which then I can cut along those marks, make a pattern, do whatever I need to. All right, that's all. Thank you.